Welcome back all of you to our online platform, that is our school's YouTube channel. So again we are ready with today's video. This video is for class 9th and the subject is maths, and we are proceeding the chapter number 1. That is, the name of the chapter is the number system. So we have almost completed exercise 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Two questions we are having in which we are supposed to use that successive magnification to locate the given number on the number line. That is already omitted from the syllabus, but we have discussed those questions also. So today we will start exercise 1.5. In exercise 1.5, the first question is there. We are supposed to classify the given numbers as the rational or irrational. So the first one, under root 5 is the irrational number and 2 is the rational number. If irrational number is subtracted from a rational number, we will get irrational number. Irrational. Now this one, if we open the bracket, 3 plus under the root 23 minus under the root 23, so we will get under root 23 will be cancelled out and we will get only 3, which is a rational number. Next one, this is written 2 upon 7, 2 root 7 upon 7 root 7. So root 7 will cancel out root 7 and we will get 2 upon 7, which is rational because it fulfills the condition of the rational numbers. That rational numbers can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are the integers and q should not be equals to 0. So here p is 2 and q is 7 and 7 is not equals to 0. That's why this is a rational number. Here under root 2 is a irrational number, so if we divide any rational number by irrational number, we will get the irrational number. So that will be irrational. Again 2 pi means pi, we all know that is irrational. If irrational number is multiplied by any rational number, again we will get irrational number. That is irrational. So this was the question number 1. Now we will proceed the question number 2. In question number 2, we are supposed to solve the given expressions. In question number 2, simplify. First, what we have to simplify, that is 3 plus under the root 3, 3 plus under the root 3 into 2 plus root 2. So what we will do, first of all we will multiply by 3, 3 multiply by the whole bracket 2 plus root 2, then plus under the root 3, that is this, we have to multiply the whole bracket 2 plus root 2. So if we multiply here, 3 2 ja 6, and we have to multiply here also 3 into root 2, 3 root 2, then plus root 3 into 2, 2 root 3 plus root 3 into root 2. So from here we will get 6 plus 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 plus under the root 3 into 2, and the answer will be 6 plus 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 plus under the root 6. That will be the answer. We cannot simplify more than that. So the next question is 3 plus root 3. Second part is 3 plus root 3 multiply by 3 minus root 3. So we know the identity, that is a plus b. We know what we know, a plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. Now we are supposed to use that identity in this question, a plus b, a minus b. Here the value of a is 3 and the value of b is root 3. So we will get the answer from here, 3 square minus under the root 3 square. 3 square means 9, under the root 3 square means 3. So we get the answer 6. So that has been simplified to its lowest form. Afterwards, the third question is there. Under the root 5 plus under the root 2 square. Under the root 5 plus under the root 2 whole square. So we know again the identity, we know that what a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Here a is under root 5 and b is under root 2, replacing a by under root 5 and b by under root 2 on the both sides. So we will get here under the root 5 plus under the root 2 होल स्क्वायर. यहाँ पे अंडर रूट ए की जगह लिखेंगे अंडर रूट 5 का स्क्वायर प्लस अंडर रूट 2 का स्क्वायर प्लस 2 इंटू अंडर रूट 5 इंटू अंडर द रूट 2. सो व्हाट वी विल गेट, it implies under root 5 plus under root 2 square. Under root 5 square means 5, under root 2 square means 2 plus 2 under the root 5 into 2. From here we get under root 5 plus under the root 2 whole square is equals to 5 plus 2, 7 plus 2 under the root 10. That has been simplified. So like this we are supposed to simplify. The next question is again same. We are supposed to use the identity a plus b into a minus b, that is equals to a square minus b square. At the same time question number 3 is there, that is a theoretical question. As I told you that while watching the video you are supposed to keep your book with you and you are supposed to open the same exercise. So the next question is that pi is equals to, pi is considered to be the ratio of circumference to the diameter of a circle. It is written that pi is equals to c upon d. We all know that circumference is 2 pi r and d is twice of r, means twice of 2 cancel out 2, r cancel out r, we get only pi. So we can say that the definition of the pi is the ratio of the circumference to the diameter. So as we have discussed in this chapter that pi is a irrational number, but here pi is displayed here in the form of p by q, where c is p and d is q. So from here we can have the doubt whether the pi is rational or irrational. We are supposed to clear that. So these are the measurements, c the circumference and d is the diameter, and we used to measure these lengths with the help of scale, and on the scale we are supposed to get the approximate position of the rational numbers only, not the irrational numbers. So by the measurement we cannot say that the given number is rational or irrational. These numbers can be irrational, and if we divide irrational number by irrational number we will get only the irrational number. So this is the answer for question number 3. That is only the theoretical part. We are not having any mathematical solution for that. The next question is question number 4, in which we are supposed to show under the root 9.3 on the number line. That question already we have done. I told you the general form in which we are supposed to represent any number under the root n on the number line. First of all we are supposed to take this distance using the scale, then we are supposed to take one more unit, then we are supposed to draw the semicircle, and then afterwards at 9.3 we are supposed to draw the perpendicular which is cutting that semicircle at a point. That was already we have solved that question. So you are supposed to again try that question. Next question is question number 5, in which we are supposed to rationalize the denominator. If we are supposed to rationalize the denominator, rationalize the denominator, first part is 1 upon under root 7. If we are supposed to rationalize the denominator, it means that there should not be radical sign in the denominator, means under the root sign वहाँ पे नहीं होना चाहिए. For that what we will do, we will multiply by under root 7 here as well as here, both the numerator as well as denominator. So from here we will get under root 7 into 1, that is under root 7, under root 7 into under root 7, that is 7. Now there is no radical sign in the denominator, so we have rationalized 1 upon root 7 is equals to root 7 upon 7. So like this we are supposed to do. One more part we will take, that is 1 upon under root 7 minus under root 6, under root 7 minus under root 6. If we get the question like this, in which not only one term, two terms are there having the radical sign, so what we have to do, we have to multiply by these numbers, but what we have to keep in our mind, we are supposed to change the sign. Here if it is minus, we are supposed to multiply by the plus sign. So upside, that will be same, under the root 7 plus under the root 6. Now in the lower term we are seeing that we have used the identity a minus b into a plus b. A plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square, means under the root 7 square minus under the root 6 square. So afterwards we get under the root 7 plus under the root 6 upon under root 7 square, means 7 minus 6, that is under the root 7 plus under the root 6 upon 1, and that can be written as under root 7 plus under root 6, means there is no radical sign in the denominator. Denominator means the p. So like this we can solve the questions. So today we have completed exercise 1.5. Tomorrow again we will start the exercise 1.6. At the same time you are supposed to complete all the questions of this chapter, whether that is from the first exercise, second, third or fourth or fifth, and after completing the question you are supposed to take the pic of that and you are supposed to upload on the school's WhatsApp number. Thank you very much.